So, in today's video, I want to talk about confidence at work. A lot of people feel they don't have the confidence to speak up. They feel they don't want to put their hand up. They feel that they just need to stay quiet, don't need to participate. I don't want to show them that I don't know, I don't have a clue. So a lot of people feel very kind of under a lot of pressure and stress if they don't speak in a group conversation. So in this video, I want to highlight some of the things that will help you to gain your confidence and therefore be a kind of a team player participating in every discussion that you may have. So keep watching this video and I'll go through some of the tips to help you with that. So confidence is, what is confidence? Confidence is that when I'm in a conversation with people, when I'm in a room with my director, with my manager, or my colleagues, I don't feel scared. I'm not grasping for air. My heart isn't like beating like crazy. Sometimes when you were young, we used to feel like that, but over time, you feel that you gain that, you mastered that confidence in yourself, and you speak well. But that doesn't seem to apply when you get to a new job, and you seem to be kind of scared that what if they think that I'm not good at my job, and what if I don't get through my probation period? So you have all these kind of negative things in your mind. So I want you to stop and just reflect upon your strengths. What are your strengths? You are a person who obviously did well in your life to date, that someone has looked at your resume, have given you an interview, you've gone past that, and now you are at a job. And at the job, you are doing a good things because you are trying to understand the environment, the team dynamics, and et cetera, et cetera. So to be able to say I need to have everything done in the first 2 weeks, it doesn't make sense. It takes time to establish yourself, as I call it, the command center for any new job, which means that you get to know who's who, you get to know what you're supposed to do, some of the acronyms people use. All these things will take time, but you're doing a kind of 110% for the first 6 to 8 weeks, just trying to understand the dynamics of the people, the project that you've taken on, and the environment that you're working in. So what happens when you're in a group environment and there's a lot of discussion going on and you feel that I don't have anything to say? So a lot of time people just pick up other people's kind of vibes. You don't need to know the technicalities of anything, just yourself, so that you understand that I can give my human approach to what they're talking about. What would I do in that situation? If I'm the only person, what would I do to advise my team? Because they're saying you're the captain of the ship. What should we do next? So you know that in that situation you'll come up with some good ideas. So gain your understanding that you have a lot to offer, and you will show them over time. You don't need to sprint to show them that you're good at everything. You don't need to put your hand up for everything. People start not liking you because you're trying to be the teacher's pet, for example. Don't need to do that. You don't need to prove yourself anything in the first 6 weeks, whatever. Just be yourself and continue working hard, chipping away at that, towards 100% of your ability contribution. And you might say, well, I'm not 10%, I'm actually 25% when I start. Fine. You work and you say to yourself on a week by week basis, month by month, that am I 10% better? Am I 10% better? And you continue doing that until you hit that 100%. So understand that you have a lot to offer. Understand that you have ability, skills, and everyone has skills that they possess. And therefore, that's why each one of us has skills that are good, and each one of us has deficiencies. But the person who has skills in that deficiency will complement your deficiency, and vice versa. That's why it's teamwork, it's community. It's like one nation. So you need to say that I don't need to know everything. I remember watching Jack Ma from Alibaba saying that he didn't set up this Alibaba out of nowhere. He didn't have to learn everything. He got the right people who do good in certain areas: marketing, design, setup, infrastructure. And he said, I did my part in that whole loop. And therefore, the idea is that you don't need to be jack of all trades, right? You don't have to be that. So you just have to know that what you're good at, and you play your part in that as well. In terms of you feeling that I'm not good enough, the first thing you need to do is get a feedback. Talk to your colleagues. So how's the project going? How do you feel you are able to see the progress in this project? So you continue asking these questions, getting your feedback. And if they say, well, I'm not sure what's going on because people are not talking, or they just seem to be overwhelmed by one or two people who speak and we don't get a chance to talk. So you want to get that feeling, and then you want to try to correct that, and you continuously doing that. At the same time, you want to be organized, and if they have a question, you know what to answer, or give them an idea, or give them a suggestion. So you need to be kind of knowledgeable to a point that you're giving them directions. But at the end of the day, people bring a problem. They should also bring some options that they feel they can address that problem with. At the same time, you can say, well, which one would you take from those options? Which one would you take? And they'll say, well, I think option one, option two, etc. So don't let people bring problems to you. Ask them, what would you do in that situation? And which option would you take if you were to make that decision? You can do that as a project manager, as a scrum master, as a manager. So be yourself. Know that you got something to offer. It might not be applicable everywhere you go, but there's always something you can offer. If you feel you're not saying much in conversations, listen and pick up someone's what they talked about, and put your if you don't know the technicality, just put your human hat on and say, what would you do here then? What if this happens? So just throw out these kind of human perspective questions or even ideas, and don't be shy by saying, oh, if I say that, they might say that's funny. You can also by saying it might be a stupid question, but let me ask you this question. So that gives you a bit of cover as well. So you can do that as well. You don't have to say I'm nervous. You don't have to highlight your weaknesses. I have people I work with who say, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. I don't know this. I'm always telling them, you don't need to say that. You just have to do the job. And if someone says, hey, you're not good at that, which I don't think they will, if they do that, you're going to say, oh, thank you for the feedback, and I will work on that. Yeah, everything is constructive feedback. Nothing's criticized. And you don't need to feel that you're being criticized. So know that you got a lot to offer. Know that you can get feedback from people, how they are seeing what you're doing as a leader, as a project manager. And at the same time, you see the progress and you track the progress, and you continuously do this. I believe I'm advocate of agile. I don't believe that you need to have everything ready. You don't need to have everything concrete before you start. I feel you should have something and you start, and you continuously ask and get feedback, and you iteratively get better to the final phase of that process or the product or or whatever you're doing. So give yourself some time, build that command center, and know that it will take time. And you continuously doing your best as a leader, as a project manager, and then you're always getting feedback from people, and you have a continuous one-on-one or coffee time with people just to get their perspective on how they feel. So you take people away from the work and move it into more like a personal, and say, what do you think? And you get some feedback from that side as well. So I hope this video gives you a bit of understanding that confidence comes with time. Confidence is something that you build on, and you don't need to feel that someone doesn't think you're clever enough. You don't need to do that. Everybody feels they are clever, but they all have weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, and we all have strengths. But what's amazing is that together as a group, as a team, we address the deficiencies that one may have with someone else's a strength. So together we work as a team. That's why it's important that you work as a team, as a community, and never say that I have to be perfect in everything. You don't have to be. Someone else will fill your weakness, and you'll fill someone else's weakness. So with that in mind, I want you to go out tomorrow to your work or whenever and feel that, hey, I know I'm good. I know that I can add value to what they are doing, and I know that I'm a team player. And I will continuously be open for learning. I'm continuously understanding people's, what they're doing, and I'm also getting the feedback as a constructive feedback, and I never take it as a criticism. So with that mindset, I hope that you become a better person and a better leader and a better team player. Until next time, take care.